In these clips we're going to go over some mount attacks. Okay, so fundamentally there's some basics that you should be looking to do once you're inside your mount position. Okay, the first one is to make sure you've got some tension in your knees, so you're squeezing your partner's ribs a little bit. The second one is just to make sure that your bum is slightly off your partner. So instead of sitting with all your weight back on your partner, which means if your partner bridges, we go for a huge ride. Okay, if you lift your bum off your partner by 1 inch or so, it basically takes away the power for her to bridge you over that hard. So if I squeeze my knees together and just sit off my partner's hips a little bit, try to bridge again, Dawn, it takes a lot of that power out of the bridge, which means I'm more in control of my partner. So the first attack we're going to do is a very basic, fundamental BJJ attack called the Americana. However, there's a couple of little details which is going to help you secure this better so that you don't lose the position like most people do when they try to do it. Okay, so first of all, my partner's generally going to have her hands protecting her neck, or if we're punching, they're going to be protecting somehow. So the first thing I want to do is to see which arm is on the top. Okay, because if I try to start attacking the bottom arm, it's very easy for them to grab hold of this and stop me from pushing their arm to the ground. But with the top hand, it's going to slide off. Right, so I want to keep my elbows into my hips, and I want to use my body to push my partner's arm down, not just my arms, right? So I put my hands into my hips. I'm going to use like a bulldozers with my hand, and I'm going to start pushing my partner's arm to the ground. From here, a very important detail, just move back just a little bit. A very important detail here is to put your elbow right into your partner's neck. So the reason we do this is to make sure my partner's arm is bent to a level where they lose the power for their leverage inside their arm. So if I have my elbow just 1 inch or so away from my partner's, you can see now that the arm is past that 90-degree mark. And if my partner explodes her hand that way, okay, I've now lost the Americana position. So I want to make sure that my elbow is sandwiched to my partner's neck or to their ear as much as I can throughout the whole movement. The other thing that I like to do, which really secures the position, okay, it's important that you don't use your thumb for this grab, because as you can see, it's very weak now, the way that my hand opens, for my partner's arm to be able to slip out. So I use my monkey grip to grab my partner's arm. However, I don't just have my knuckles facing up like this. I actually curl my knuckles over. And once again, you can see that there's even more of a bend in your partner's arm now, which stops them from being able to straighten it. The same thing, if my knuckles are facing up a little bit and my partner explodes out, they're going to unlock my fingers. So as soon as I get here, I do like a reverse motorcycle acceleration this way, okay, to pull my partner's arm in even further. Now you can have a little bit of a practice with your partner to see if they can get their pinky out and straighten their arm. So they shouldn't be able to straighten their arm at all. Okay, so from here, I'm going to take my other hand now and I'm going to slide it underneath my partner's tricep and then over the top. So you see again, all my fingers and thumbs are on top, and I do the same reverse motorcycle grip to tighten this up. So once I'm in this position, I need to start painting the ground with my partner's hand. And as I do this, sometimes my knee gets in the way. So I move my knee back and then I start painting. From here, you gently lift your partner's elbow up until your partner taps. Okay, so the other little detail here, right, if you've got somebody strong or somebody's defending, a very normal way to defend is your partner will take their hand and put it into your armpit, and they'll push and they'll start shrimping to start to escape. Okay, so one way to stop this from happening and attach to your partner is to actually bring the opposite leg into action. So from here, I get my partner's arm down, elbow to the neck, reverse motorcycle grip, hand underneath and on top. Make sure your fingers and thumbs are on there. Slide your knee out the way, and then you're going to stretch this leg out. So now we're 100% attached to our partner. Try to push me off there, Dawn. So I've taken away my partner's ability to use this leg to bridge, and I've also attached myself to my partner. At the same time, I can still bring this down and up to get the tap. Without this, it's quite easy for my partner to be able to push, straighten their arm, and start getting me off. So we'll do one more time on the opposite side. Remember, make sure you choose the hand that's on top. Get your bulldozers, push with your hips, secure your elbow on your partner's neck. Okay, hand comes underneath and over the top. Make sure you've got reverse motorcycle grips on both arms. You can secure this opposite leg, slide down and up. This also puts extra hip pressure onto your partner in this position to stop your partner being able to move and escape. So that's a relatively detailed look at a very basic fundamental attack from mount, the Americana.